Hi everyone, this is Joy for Honeybee Stamps. Today I created a simple and stunning card doing some ink blending and heat embossing on the Quatrefoil Coverplate top, base, and die. So here are the two dies. This is the base die, and then this is the top die. The base has some piercings in it, as you can see right here, and then the top die is the die cut that cuts out all of the other little center pieces, and you lay them on top and you've got some great dimension. I'm putting aside the top die because I want to do some ink blending on the base panel. I'm using Distress Oxide ink in Bundled Sage, Speckled Egg, and Stormy Sky. The lightest color that I'm putting at the top is the Bundled Sage, and I'm just using some Honeybee Stamps blender brushes, and I'm laying down a good amount of color there. And when I come in with the Speckled Egg, I do want to overlap between the two colors, Bundled Sage and Speckled Egg, because you want to get another color essentially. Then at the bottom, I'm going to be using some Stormy Sky, which as you can see here, I accidentally made a boo-boo and came in with Stormy Sky, but I ended up fixing it later and it was so not even a big deal. But I am going to flip this around, just wipe up some of my ink and bring that Stormy Sky to the bottom and get a nice good blend. I also came back in with the Speckled Egg and went completely over the Stormy Sky from bottom to middle because I really liked that color blend. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to glue the top piece on. I'm just using some liquid glue. I went around all the edges. You also could add a few little dots to the center pieces to really get that nice and adhered. And I'm going to put that aside once this is adhered together, and look at how pretty that looks with that white frame on top. So now that that's done, I'm going to do some stamping of some images from the old Rugged Cross Stamp and Die. I'm stamping the sentiment. I prepped my white cardstock with an anti-static powder tool. I am stamping the images with VersaMark ink and using gold embossing powder. But I have flowers, leaves, and the sentiment that says, "Where his love ran red, our sins were washed white." So once I'm done inking and adding the embossing powder on, I'm going to heat that through with my heat tool until it's nice and shiny. Then I'm going to use the coordinating dies that you can purchase with the stamp set. What I like about these dies is that you don't have to cut them apart. They're already cut apart and you just lay them down and tape them and run them through your die cut machine. Super easy. I also love that there are dies for your sentiments. So I'm keeping these flowers super simple because I really want it to be about all of the ink blending in the back. And then we're doing the gold embossing, which is going to pop off of the card. So now that that's done, I have added some foam tape behind that sentiment and adhered that down at the bottom right of the card. And then I added a little bit of foam tape behind the one flower. One of the leaves I'll add a little bit of foam tape, and then the rest of it I'm just going to use some liquid glue and adhere that directly down to my card base. And now we have really our main focal point of the card, which is the sentiment and the pretty embossed gold flowers. Now I have the pieces that I die cut out from the white top Quatrefoil Coverplate die. So you have those little insert pieces. So I have decided to add some foam tape, and I'm going to add some of those back in. I did want those to have dimension. That's why I added the foam tape. And I really like this look that you've got some of these solid pieces that fill in the open areas. I think it really added a lot to this card design, but this card is super simple, but look at how stunning it is with all of the beautiful ink blending on the back and the gold embossing. I'm going to finish adding that, and I'm also going to come in and use the Playful Pastels gem stickers. I am using the blue and the greens, and I'm starting with the blue at the bottom and just kind of working up towards the top with the green gems. And this card looks like it took a long time, but as you can see, it was super fast, super simple, but so beautiful, so stunning. So now that that's done, I'm going to attach that, well, one more, and then I'm going to attach that to a white A2 size card base. And then this card is completely done. You've got beautiful ink blending in the back. You've got dimension with those center pieces from the die. And then the beautiful gold embossing. You could also do a silver embossing, and that would be just as beautiful. But isn't that a stunning card? Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project and have a wonderful day.